Hi, it's Sarah and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my morning routine. So I get up about 5:45. Sometimes if I'm lazy, I get up a little bit later than that. But on most days, I get up at 5:45 and Robbie is usually leaving around this time. Sometimes he's already gone as he's been going to work, getting to work at about 6 most days. So I just start by going to the bathroom and then doing my skincare. So you can see I was using the Tula wipes, and then I'm also using the Cetaphil lotion here. And then I have this Axone gel, which was prescribed from my dermatologist, so I just put that on every morning. This is the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment. I put this on under my eyes every morning. And also, as you can tell, my eyes are very red and puffy. I've been dealing with some, I don't know if it's eczema problems or what it is, on my eyelids for like a month and a half now. And then, of course, they get itchy and I rub them so they get even worse. So I've kind of been dealing with that. So I haven't been putting any makeup on them. And so yeah, you'll see that I don't put any makeup on in this video. So then I just put some serum on my face. I put that watermelon fine mist spray, which just smells really good and feels nice. And then I'm using this roller on my face, which is so cold and feels so good. It looks like I'm doing it really rough, but I promise it doesn't hurt at all. It actually feels so good, especially on my eyelids right now. Now I'm going to brush out my hair and I'm going to part my hair. Usually I'll brush it out, I'll usually brush it out and I'll part my hair the night before, but I didn't this night, so it was kind of messed up and I had a big bump where it usually would have been parted over whenever I used to do a side part. But since I've been retraining to do a middle part, it just had this big bump on the side, but I honestly didn't really care because I was tired. And that's why I haven't even really smiled or anything. Mornings, I used to be much more of a morning person until like after college, and then now I just suck at mornings. So having a morning routine has really been helping me to try and like mornings again. And here I'm just putting on this primer. I usually put it on every day just kind of to cover up my pores and anything like that. And always, always, always make sure to drink water first thing in the morning before coffee, tea, anything. It is so important for your body because it's so dehydrated that it really needs water. So try to drink as much as you can before anything else that day. And then I'm going to make the bed. There's a lot of studies done on the importance of making your bed first thing in the morning. It can really make you feel motivated for the day, and it just looks really nice to have things in order. So I highly recommend adding making your bed to your morning routine if you haven't yet. Then I'm going to take my multivitamin. I do take it with my food, so I won't take it just yet, but I have it and I take it every morning. These are the different supplement facts on it if you want to see. Then also I have this nasal spray for my allergies. I do it every single morning. Next up is smoothies. So I use a lot of different fruits for whatever kind of smoothie I'm wanting, but today I did mango, blueberries, raspberries, and half a banana. And then I also put in the protein powder and the chia seeds as well. So then here I'm also making my tea, which I'm putting the collagen powder in. I actually don't even put a full scoop like they say because I felt like it was messing with my body at first when I started using it, so I just use like a teaspoon of it and I'll eventually go back to using the scoop. And I use the English breakfast tea. And then I also use this almond creamer. I've tried different creamers, but that's the one I've been liking lately. The first thing I add into my smoothie is this milk. I really like oat milk and it's dairy free obviously, so I use that. I also really like cashew milk, so that's a good one to try too. And then I'll put 2 scoops of my protein powder because that is the serving size on it. And I love this protein powder because it is also dairy free. Next is time for the fruits. So I put the soft fruits or the fresh fruits first. So I'm just finishing off these blueberries, and then I'll put the raspberries and half the banana as well. And then after that is when I recommend putting in the frozen fruits, or if you have a nut butter, or anything like that that you want to add in. And then the chia seeds don't really matter where you want to add them in. The blender that I'm using is the BlendJet. It's a portable blender. My sister has one, and I've seen some other influencers and people who use them. It's not as good as I had hoped. It obviously just got stuck. It gets stuck a couple times. I think it's usually because the amount of frozen fruits I put in, but I only put one frozen fruit this time. But maybe I just had too much stuff in general, so I'm kind of still getting used to using it, but I think it's probably a good blender overall. So then I'm also just going to make myself a morning snack because I know I'll get hungry in a couple hours. So I'm going to try this almond butter. I actually just got it. That was like one of the first times I'd ever tried it. And then Robbie and I usually get Dave's bread. We'll try different kinds, but that's the one that we were using right then. Then it's time for me to eat my breakfast. I've been reading devotions on the Bible app on my phone for over a year now, so that's what I'm doing. And then sometimes I'll make my to-do list during this time and do a meditation as well, just kind of depending on how much time I have. And then I did have enough time to put away the dishes, so I also did that this morning. And that felt really good to get done because then I came home from work at the end of the day and I didn't have to worry about doing all the dishes. So I just want to say that I hope that you have a wonderful day or that you had a wonderful day. I hope that you're doing well. And if you're not, just leave a comment down in the comments below and leave a prayer request. I will gladly pray for you. If you just want somebody to talk to, also leave a comment down in the comments below. I would love to talk with you. And I hope that we can build a community here where you feel safe and loved. And just don't ever forget how amazing you are, how much God loves you, and that there's an amazing life waiting for you. And some days might be hard, but others are going to be so much better, and it's going to be worth all the hard times. So just don't give up on yourself and don't give up on your life. You are amazing and loved and smart and important. Cleaning the BlendJet is really satisfying. You just put some soap in and then water and then screw the lid back on and hit the button on the front, and it's really satisfying. It just goes for its 20-second cycle and it's really clean. Also, after this, I did brush my teeth and use mouthwash, but I guess I didn't hit record whenever I went to film it, so don't think I'm nasty. I really did brush my teeth. And that's a wrap on my morning routine. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any other content like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day.